I'm here in Bulgaria, but I did not travel the 4,800 miles from Philadelphia all the way to Eastern Europe just to eat banitsa and drink coffee. Although I assure you, I have already done both. Instead, I'm here because the events of this weekend will determine the future of pro wrestling here in Bulgaria. I'm Mike Quackenbush. This is the St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. This is Till We Make It, coming to you from Bulgaria's capital city of Sofia. And I'm here this week at the request of the Bulgarian Wrestling Academy, and for the events of this weekend, which will see the premiere of the Bulgarian Wrestling League. Now, if you hear pro wrestling and Bulgaria, and all you can summon to mind is Rusev, you're not to blame. On the Olympic side of things, Bulgaria is very distinguished. They've medaled more than 70 times in wrestling alone. But on the pro wrestling side of things, Bulgaria is a lot less distinguished. Back in the first era of professional wrestling, the Carnival era, there were traveling wrestling shows which came through Bulgaria recurringly. This starts to come to an end in the early 1940s. Not because the Carnival era is drawing to its end in 1948, but because of something which happens right here in Bulgaria, the rise to power of the Communist Party. And for the 45 years that follow, there's absolutely no pro wrestling to be found in this country. And though there have been a few one-off attempts to restart pro wrestling here, nothing has really stuck. In its entire history, Bulgaria has never had a wrestling league all its own. A lot has changed in the intervening years, both for pro wrestling and for Bulgaria. We've long since left the Carnival era of wrestling behind. We've moved through the territory era, the cable TV era, now we're in the social media era. And things sure have changed here in Bulgaria too. The communists are long gone. They signed a democratic constitution, and despite all the changes in all these decades, pro wrestling in Bulgaria still haven't found their way back together. In order to remedy this, a dedicated team of Bulgarian wrestlers have been training hard for the last 59 weeks in preparation for this Saturday's premiere of the Bulgarian Wrestling League. And that's exactly why I'm here, to help polish them up and get them ready to debut. But I don't have to handle all the training responsibilities myself. In weeks past, they've been trained by the likes of Master James Mason from the UK, from the godfather of Maltese pro wrestling, Johnny Valetti. Even Romania's #1 export, Future Shock Tom Fulton, has been here training up the team and getting them ready. Because if this Saturday's event doesn't deliver the goods, there may not be a second chance for pro wrestling here in Bulgaria. In the 2 days since I arrived here, I've done a little training and I've done a little sightseeing. I've gotten out to explore the city of Sofia, and it recalls for me the handful of occasions in years past when I had the opportunity to come to this part of the world and I turned it down for this feeling that I wouldn't be able to get by. I am easily intimidated by language, and in this particular example, I mean this. The Cyrillic alphabet. It originates here in Bulgaria, but it is used by more than 50 languages worldwide. Everything from Turkish to Russian uses Cyrillic. But I don't know how to read or pronounce any of these letter shapes. And it always gave me a sense that I would not be able to get by on my own. How would I order in a restaurant? How would I check in at a hotel? Even though I went to the trouble to memorize 10 words of Bulgarian before coming here, what I've realized is, in a cosmopolitan city like this, like Sofia, virtually everyone I need to interact with speaks some English anyway. I've barely used the Bulgarian that I have memorized, and I probably could have gotten by if I'd accepted some of those opportunities to tour here and wrestle here in decades past. Well, the training is done and show day is here. The ring has been put up, we just tested all the tech, it's running smoothly, and the talent's already in-house. The only question is there anybody lined up outside to fill all these seats? Is the Bulgarian public actually hungry for pro wrestling? We're gonna know the answer to this question in less than 3 hours.
3 hours later.
What a wild week it has been, and I'm back here at the Sofia airport waiting for my flight to head home after doing 9 total hours of training, a day of preparation, and then, as you saw with the premiere of the Bulgarian Wrestling League, the public thankfully did show up. The venue was completely sold out, and the response to this initial wrestling card here in Bulgaria was overwhelming. And I feel very fortunate because I got to share the ring with one of the true greats of British wrestling, James Mason, before it was all said and done. And very shortly, I'm going to be getting on that plane and falling soundly asleep. If you enjoyed joining me for this field trip video, appearing on screen right now is a playlist of all the other field trip videos I've made from some of the countries that I've visited in recent years. Click on it and I'll see you over there.